so I can get out, and by my car so I can get in. My biggest need right now is to get an easy lift for the back of my car to hold the chair.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm pretty much stuck at home. I am a former news editor of the Western Sun in California. My degree is in journalism. Worked in medicine prior to that until I started having a lot of back problems. And then as things progressed, and working, my ex-husband's a doctor for the boxers in California. Got divorced, moved, still stayed in California, remarried, and met a man who I probably shouldn't have met in the first place, but ended up in Michigan with him, and left that situation, and ultimately ended up buying a trailer here and staying and not going back to California. Being a native Californian, you know, it's funny. I tell people they complain about the weather all the time, and I laugh because I love it. I love Michigan.
Yeah.
I've had my condition for over 10 years,
and
it's gotten so severe. It's gotten to a point now it's affecting my walking. My legs will go out from under me. I always have to keep my cane with me, and it's degenerating now to a point where I'm going to have to start using the chair on a regular basis. Brad Allward, who is with this guy, he's the guy outside who's with Fenton Rotary Club. He went to my landlord, who is Bobby. What's Bobby's last name? I have her for information. I went to my landlord and said, we have a upcoming Rotary Club thing that we do every year for a handicapped person. Do you have anybody in your park who's in need of a ramp?
Yes.
And she says, absolutely. And she says, Dorrie, I'm 44. And he says, okay. He says, well, I have to interview her and go through the whole process, paperwork, and get everything approved. And he did, and here we be, amazingly.
Yeah.
And the guys are just, I can't say enough. I'll have to read the letter that I wrote to him, because the guys, they wouldn't even take a glass of water for me. I was sick through the whole project. And even being sick, I was constantly asking, water, coffee, can I feed you? I told them the last day when they finished, I was going to make them a big dinner. And Brad comes to me and says, you're not making anything. So they wouldn't let me do anything. They just said, sit back, relax, and pretend we're not even out there. Dear men of the Fenton Rotary Club, words cannot explain how thankful I am to have had you in my ballpark and assisted me with obtaining a handicap ramp to enable me to get around as my degenerative disease is progressing rapidly and I need to use my power chair, which I have been unable to get out of my trailer for almost a year. I was so inspired as an advocate for the disabled myself, how all of you men came to my home, took off time from work, spent countless hours, materials, and pure sweat and love in building this ramp for me so I can have a more mobile life. There were so many moments of pure humanity and generosity for me during the construction, like you all refusing water, coffee, or food, or any assistance on my part. You all just took charge and told me to sit back and forget about it, and what a pleasure it was for the club to be able to help me. Everyone in our wonderful city and state should sit back a moment and reflect on what these few men have done to help another. Life and/or our higher power doesn't comfort us to make us comfortable. He comforts us to be comforters. These words are so true. These are the words that I live by. The efforts of the Fenton Rotary Club are proof that in a suffering society and world, people do come together to help each other, putting their own needs aside. With sincere love and appreciation, Dorrie Brown, Linden resident, former editor of the Western Sun. As a footnote, if anyone in the community has access to an easy lift for my PT Cruiser, please contact the club. Thank you.